Baby. Hey, can you sing the "Yeah, I've been killing this shit"? Do it. Yeah, sing the "Yeah, I've been killing this shit." Sing it.
Oh my god, that's so creepy because I literally was just telling Taylor about that.
Sing it.
Yeah, I've been killing that shit. Yeah.
No. Do it. Do your version.
What?
Do your version.
No, I did. Yeah, I've been. Wait, what is it? Yeah,
No.
I've been killing that shit.
No. It's the "Yeah, I've been killing that shit. Yeah, I've been hot in that paint." Come on.
Yeah, I've been killing that shit. Yeah, I've been hot and looking at that bread. Yeah, I've been killing that shit. She did.
Killing it.
Do it again. Last part. One more time.
She did. He jail.
All right. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
What's up,
Oh,
bro?
are we going?
We're rolling.
Okay, swag. Yo, what's up, y'all? Rat Pack all day. It's Logic sitting down, exclusive with my boy Nick Huff on Hardknocktv, Bobby Tarantino. The exclusive first interview ever. Yo, you're the voice.
We're good.
You're the guy.
What's up,
Cool.
sir?
What's up, dog?
Yeah, we're doing another one of these.
I know.
I'm
sorry.
You're gonna have that for the.
I'm gonna have this instead of a cigarette. Ooh.
Yo, let's talk about that. Let's
Okay.
start off the interview with that.
I quit smoking cigarettes. It's been like 7, almost 8 months now.
Congratulations, bro.
Thanks. Let's fucking jump into it. So I had this crazy panic attack in December. Like, what a way to start it. And I was standing in line with my wife to go see Star Wars, and I have no idea what happened, but I felt like I was gonna faint. I felt like I was gonna die. I didn't know if I was gonna have a seizure. I didn't know what was going on. And then I found myself like in the hospital. And I haven't talked to anybody about this, just because I didn't want people to like think more into it than it was. And the doctor is like, he's like, dude, it sounds like you had like a panic attack. Now I had these as a child when I was younger, as a teenager, but the mind is very powerful, and I got over it. So my anxiety was very very neutral, just kind of regular anxiety. But long story short, man, I got blood work done. I got all these things done, and thank God everything came back normal, but I just wasn't feeling right. I was feeling weird. And even longer story short, I found out that I was going through this thing called derealization, which is almost like you feel like it's like a detachment from reality. It's really crazy. And not a lot of people know what it is, and they don't get it. And then I spent a whole bunch of time on Google, like trying to figure out what it was and all this stuff. And long story short, it was because I've gone my entire life, but especially the last 7 years professionally, without a break. So I got married, and a week later jumped on a tour bus instead of taking my wife to some awesome exotic place to go see my fans over the span of 2 weeks over the entire country and playing my album before it came out for the fans, Like I'd put the fans before my health, the music before my health, the work ethic before my health. And there was so much on my shoulders that it just really began to weigh down. And even though I thought I was in control, because in my mind I was like, what, this isn't anything new. I'm just going, I'm always got so much, like it's all good. But no, it's not all good, and life is about balance. And that's gonna be my next tattoo. And I don't know exactly what it is, but it's gonna be something with balance. And, but long story short, after that thing, it showed me how important my health is, both mentally and physically. These are both two really big things. And so through that, I had gone on tour, and I was in the middle of it. I was dealing with extreme anxiety, all this stuff, but it wasn't for anything specific. It wasn't like, oh, I'm freaking out about this. It wasn't that. It was more, it's hard to explain. It was just a mental state because I had so much on my plate. I never felt like I felt like I couldn't rest. I felt like this. It was just so much going on. But I had a lot of people in my life, such as yourself, who I love and care about, that were there for me. And, and I took some time off. And, I took some time off after the North American run. And, it was hard because I wanted to keep going and I wanted to keep doing things. But your health is the most important thing, period. And we even had a conversation about that before I decided to take, a little bit of time off. But the funny thing is, even since then, like when I first got home, I did take like 2 weeks to myself. I turned my phone off. I was reading a whole bunch. I remember I read 5 novels in 1 week, and it was like super wild. And then slowly but surely things began trickling in, and like this mixtape. And then I was like, I gotta get the mixtape because I want it to be out before I go on tour. Me and G do the headlining tour because it'll be fun and I'll have new stuff and da-da-da. And then, it still built again and again. And like, So even now, and I just bought my first house, which is awesome. Thank you, with my wife. But then like being in escrow and like dropping all that bread and like doing this and and there's just so much. So like these last kind of 2 days before tour, I'm just really trying to just like chill out. And even on this tour, I mean, it's just gonna be the chill. I'm just gonna read, play video games, and that's it. Now that this project is out, I don't have to worry about shit. I'm not worrying about shit. This isn't like, oh, but I'm gonna be working on it. Like, no, like I'm chilling. Yeah. Like for the first time, cause this mixtape was always over my head, cause the fans didn't know, you know what I mean? And so it was like really exciting. But so they're just like, what are you doing? You just sitting on nothing? Like, you know, they're just like, what's going on? Like, but little did they know I was like going so ham. And now for real, like it's just the whole rest of the year, I'm just chilling, man.
It's crazy because you never think of a health scare as a potential good thing, but
yeah,
looking back on it now,
yeah,
I feel like you having that,
yeah,
like I'm seeing you eat salads now.
Yeah,
you stop smoking, like you're going for like walks and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like things that we talked about for a while, but I feel like now it became a necessity. It was like, oh, okay, I have to do this for my health, and my health is important.
I'm not a kid anymore. That's the real thing. I'm not a kid anymore. No, but like for real, like I'm not a kid. Like, and when you're a kid, and you shouldn't, that's when you should really start. But like you can eat like shit, you can run around, you can, you know, break an ankle and still be playing ball by the end of the summer. You're healing like nothing, like it's whatever. But like at 26, even though I'm still very young, but it's like now is the time for my future, to be able to be around for my children. And my wife, she used to say that all the time. Like every time I go to light a cigarette, she's like, think of a little art. Well, I'm not gonna put our children's names out there already now, because we're weird and we already know what our kids are gonna be named. But she's like, think of your little girl and your little boy.
Right.
Think of little Fry, like you know, like my dog. And she's like, think of me. And yeah, and all that's very important. But first things first, I gotta think about myself for all those things. Right. And like I'm glad I'm there. I'm glad that's what I do. I just got a toothpick. That's my worst thing.
And now let's fast forward to this project and the concept of this project and how you just kind of set the stage of where you were at in your life.
Wow.
You want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And now tell us about this project.
There was so much on my mind that I just wanted to break free and be free. And that's what this entire project is. Bobby Tarantino is the alter ego of me. It's not Young Sinatra. It's not Logic. It's Bobby Tarantino. And Bobby Tarantino is just the turn up, fun. But it's so funny because even in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing a whole turn up project. But it's like, excuse me, even though it is that, it isn't, because even though it might be like trap rap or trap beats or whatever, like it's still me like rapping my ass off, trying to come up with crazy different flows and different things that I can do, and still saying things like the conceptual record with Pusha, but even Slave, and talking about race and talking about all these different things, but just doing it in a way that's just so much fun. And I've never done this, but so I've rapped on trap beats, I've sang, I've done R&B type joints, I've done this, I've done that my entire career. I've just never done it to this magnitude, and I've never been this famous or this big while doing that. You know what I mean? So I think to some people it was a shock, but I think the quality of the music, everyone can agree that the quality is so good, but they're also aware, because like any fan, I think at first some fans, when they heard it, they were like, not even that it's bad, but it's like, oh, I like it when you on some rapidy rap shit, or blah, blah, blah. But like I said, your new shit is never as good as your old shit until your new shit is your old shit. So it's like,
take a second to pause and listen.
Think about that. You just said that. Your new shit is never as good as your old shit until your new shit is your old shit. And Young Sinatra, when I dropped Undeniable, it's not as good as Young Sinatra though, the first one. And then when I dropped the third one, that wasn't as good as the second one. When I dropped the album, that wasn't as good as Welcome to Forever. Like legit, when I dropped the second album, like with all the knowledge that I have, I know how to rap better, I know how to write better, bringing in live instrumentation and strings like better than ever before, and producers, and Six is better, we're all better. And to say like, that's not as good as that, it's just all biased bullshit. And I know that the fans who love me for me, and that's all that matters, they rock with it, just like every interview we've always said, the fans who are there for me are there for me. And just, but the crazy thing that I noticed too, that's fun about this whole Turn Up project is, that's what the people want, man. Like the people, like, and I'm gonna always give them, like, I mean, even you can hear it. I'm working on another concept album, and we won't get super into that.
You have let's get into. You have a line on this tape.
Yeah.
Where you say this is the fun thing, but the album's for the spirit. Or
something yeah. This shit right here for the party. That album that's coming. That shit's for the spirit. Yeah. So with that, I mean, but there's little hints all, and my boy George, your local white boy, who's like a comedian, he's really funny. He's on me with me doing the Marty Randolph skit, and that was another thing. Like, you want to talk about, oh, you could say he's changing, but like to bring back Marty, to do all these things that like
the real fans are already familiar with Marty.
Exactly.
I mean, not to say there's real fans and fake fans, but the fans that have been there for a while.
Exactly. But the ones that have been there for a while are the ones that, you know, I'll see on YouTube or not on YouTube, but like on Twitter, if somebody's like, oh, you know, you're changing on us, bro. But I'm even saying it. Like, and it's so funny, like, poking at it and having George be like, oh, he's changing. This motherfucker just gave us a turned-ass mixtape, and he's working on a concept. But like I say, man, every project, they're always like, oh, it's not as good, or it's not as this, or it's not as that. And it's just, like, look, man, I'm sitting I'm just being real. I'm sitting in a $2 million home I just bought.
We're sitting in the guest house.
This is the guest house. This is just, there's a basketball court behind me. There's all this. It's wild. This is my game house. And then below us is my studio. And then there's the pool and jacuzzi and the, fuck yeah. Flexicution, dog. But like, I worked so hard, and while other people were like, you should do this, or you should do that, or fuck you, or you ain't real, or you's a white boy, or you ain't this, or you ain't that, or blah, 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 or this, that, or why you rapping like that? Why you doing Rubik's Cubes? Why you rapping about space? Why you, like, all this other shit? I'm like, yeah, and I'm fucking buying my family a home. All my fans love me, and I am rapping about space and writing scripts and doing shit and being weird and doing me, because everybody that loves me for me is fucking with me. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Because the person, and we've even had conversations about this, if I try to switch it up, why you rapping like that? You should rap like that. And then I rap like that, and they're like, why you rapping like this now? You ain't even rapping how you was. So it's just like,
there's certain people out there, no matter what you do, they're going to hate on you. So you might as well go out being yourself.
Man, somebody's always going to hate, and you can't focus on that negativity, you know what I mean? And so for me, I think if there's a huge thing that I could say to fans and everybody out there, is like, do what you love, and just remember that there's going to be people out there who'd be like, you know, if I was you, I'd do it like this. Or if I was that, or if I had that money, if I had your money, if I had your position, if I had this, but motherfucker, you don't, because you ain't me. And that's the biggest thing you have to remember. Whether you're in school, you're in college, you're at your job, you want to move up in the world, you want to act, sing, dance, rap, whatever, write. Just remember, you're you. And no matter what, and this is real shit. Like, as long as you're positive and focused, it don't fucking matter what your parents say, what your enemy says, what your best friends say, what you're this, what you're that, say, because they can tell you all day, you shouldn't write. That's nobody's gonna work, or that's not gonna work, or you shouldn't dance, or you shouldn't this. You should go the safe route, or go this, man. Fuck that. Because you only live once. That's the motto, yellow. No, you only live once, and that's all we get, man, is our life. So you have to live it the best way you see fit, because you don't want to look back in 20 years with kids who I'm sure are beautiful, and your wife and everything, but like, now you feel like you can't even do what you wanted to do because you got all this pressure or whatever. It's just, anyway.
It's an Alan Watts speech that you had in your last album.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm in this motherfucker talking about young man on his Alan Watts in the bookstore with my pocket watch. Like, that's just the shit. Like, now, like, I'm at such a level of just never giving a fuck. Like, I've never given a fuck like never before. Like, seriously, man, because, I mean, our first interviews, I cared what everybody think. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be this and that and da-da-da. Now I give two shits. I don't give a fuck. Because, like people will be like, why is he rapping about reading? Like, I'm literally like, yo, bro, it's on Flexicution. I'm like, I'm like, oh God, hold up, wait a minute. They ain't ready for the hook. It's another day, another book. I feel like Indiana and Atlanta hotter than Havana, coming with the stamina. Bitch, put down your camera and live in the moment. So like, I'm talking about Indiana Jones because I fucking read all the Indiana Joneses, you know what I mean? Or all these different, like, that's me more than ever, like being so comfortable in your skin. I remember making jokes about that, like on Super Mario World. I'm like, I just beat that Uncharted 4. And I'm like, bitch, I've been at it. Like, and I'm like, wrap it up. Like, it's just so funny to incorporate gaming and like all this other shit. And there's people who will be like, oh, get the fuck out of here, gaming channel, and you're this, but like, fuck.
But it's all you.
I'm happy.
I come over here and you're fucking reading Jurassic Park. Like, yeah. I come over here and you're fucking playing video games.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
that's what I mean.
It's all part of your personality.
Like, as opposed to, yeah, which is like really funny. It's so crazy.
You brought up Flexicution. It's the first track on this project.
Yes. Oh, wait, let's talk about the intro real quick.